Hey, what's up guys, it's TechSumer talking to you here, and today's video is about the Apple Watch Ultra. In today's video, I will talk about my review of the Apple Watch Ultra in the last month. Yes, it's been a month since I bought the Apple Watch Ultra, and so I decided to give my long-term opinion on this watch. Is it as good as I thought at the beginning, and did it live up to my expectations? Because this is a very expensive watch. It costs you around $800. So, today's video, I will review every single aspect of it in terms of long-term experience, the display, the battery life, speakers, durability, is it worth it or not over a normal Apple Watch, and of course, should you buy it in 2022? So, if you are excited for that, don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for all of your support in the last few videos, and it means a lot for me. So, if you are excited for that, let's roll the intro. So, the Apple Watch Ultra has been on my wrist for a month, and for the last month I've been very happy. This Apple Watch has been more than perfect. It looks good, feels light, and most importantly, it performs. If you can't notice right now, I'm on my gym clothes because I think it's appropriate for me to be wearing the clothes where I use my Apple Watch the most, which is a gym. I love to go to the gym, and so this Apple Watch has been my companion on my workouts. It's very durable, it's made of titanium and sapphire, so it's actually very light. It doesn't bother me when I'm lifting weights, just like the stainless steel does. The stainless steel Apple Watch, although it's sapphire, so the screen is more protected when lifting weights, it's very heavy. Like on my wrist, it feels very heavy to turn, and I do not enjoy the heaviness of that watch when I'm lifting weights, because it bothers me having that little of weight on one wrist and not heavy on the other when I'm lifting weights. So I do believe that a lighter Apple Watch is a better approach. That's why I always stuck with the Apple Watch Series 4. This was an aluminum watch, so on the wrist it's not that heavy. It was actually very light. It's aluminum. What can you expect? But then I first tried the Apple Watch Ultra, made of titanium, and I fell in love. This Apple Watch is extremely light, and so I had no problems wearing it. That's why I kept wearing it. It was very light, did not bother me. It was made of sapphire, so the display wouldn't scratch in the gym, and it was made of titanium, so the case wouldn't dink against weights and doors. So after a month, I gotta say that it still feels brand new, still looks brand new, and still has all of the quirky features that I love. One thing that a lot of people like to point out to me now is the fact that I have a very different watch. They ask me, what watch is this? What watch is that? Is that Apple Watch or not? Is it a SmartWatch or not? And I tell them, sure, it's a SmartWatch, it's an Apple Watch, it's the Apple Watch Ultra. And most of them actually know what the Apple Watch Ultra already is. And some of them already think about buying one. That's how good the Apple Watch Ultra has been. This has been a watch that has marked people's eyes because it's a very different design. It's a more boxier design than the rounder design of the Apple Watch Series 4. But I think, and I do actually believe that it has convinced a lot of people to buy new Apple Watches. Because the Apple Watch Ultra has been those types of watches has convinced more people that don't really like smartwatches to buy smartwatches. Case in point, my uncle doesn't really like smartwatches. But then he saw my Apple Watch and he thought, that looks good. And so there's another person that probably in the future will buy an Apple Watch. Don't know how, don't know when, but in some time he enjoyed the design, and maybe the doors are open now for him to buy. I don't know if he will, but he will probably will in the future if he wants to, because it feels like the design now is beautiful. It's cool, looks cool, and maybe sometime is now open to buy one. Then, of course, he has my father. My father actually enjoyed a lot the design of his Apple Watch Ultra and bought one, like 1 week after me. So, nothing to say there. So, as my uncle and my father, more people are asking about the Apple Watch and more people are enjoying the design. So, I'm happy that this design has transformed my looks in terms of being on the wrist. Like, a lot of people like this Apple Watch. It's stylish, it has style. Different from the other Apple Watches where like, he's kind of geek, he's kind of a nerd. This Apple Watch looks good on the wrist with very different clothes. It has a boxier design, but it looks more like a normal watch. So I'm happy with the design of this Apple Watch. It has been very functional, very resistant. Titanium doesn't have any types of scratches, dings. and the screen sapphire is completely new, brand new, and I expect it to stay that way until I switch watches in 8 years. One thing that I like to point out also is the bracelet. This is the Alpine Loop in green, and it has that G hook thing, like this thing right here. This is made of also of titanium, but you have to be very careful when taking off this band, because this is also made of titanium, so it can scratch your titanium watch. When you are taking it off, be very careful. If you are, for example, removing it and you are doing like this, be very careful if you do like this too much and you hit the G-hook on the case. This might cause you problems in the future because it might scratch your Apple Watch. Your titanium won't be dinged up, scratched up by anything other than titanium. So avoid actually to use titanium against titanium. So if you have the J-hook bracelet, be careful with that. Other things that you have to be careful with this bracelet are your computers. Your computers are made of aluminium, so if you are using your computers like this and you end up using your G-hook against this stuff, this will scratch your MacBook Pros. Be very careful with that, and this will scratch your tables, your aluminium stuff, or something that it's less resistant than titanium, like aluminium. So be careful with that. But other than that, this bracelet is very cool, very secure, doesn't allow my Apple Watch to move, to completely fall off my wrist, which has happened during water sports, doesn't allow my Apple Watch to fall off when I'm biking, which is also very important, and allows my Apple Watch to stay very struck and very, 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 very goodly fitted, because it allows my Apple Watch to track my data more correctly, which is sensors. So with the design, bracelets, and the whole package in terms of the hardware, I'm very, very happy. But this was not the best thing about the Apple Watch Ultra. Although it was one of the best things, the best thing about the Apple Watch Ultra has been battery life. This watch right now was charged, I think it was 24 hours ago, and it still has 43%, which is just crazy. This watch is just ridiculous. This lasts you a long, long time. For now, it has been 1 day of use, then 1 night of sleep tracking, and it still has this day of use to be used. It still has 50%, so it will allow me around 1 more day and 1 more night of sleep tracking, which is very, very good. This Apple Watch is also very capable when you are using it on low power mode. It can last you up to 4 days using low power mode, which is just ridiculous. And be careful with this, because this Apple Watch Ultra lasts you 2 days while I'm doing like everyday workouts and 2-hour workouts every day. So if you don't do everyday workouts and 2-hour workouts every day, it might last you even more. This Apple Watch Ultra battery is insane. I love it. I love when I'm like biking around, doing mountain biking, where it's like the whole day or the whole morning. It lasts me through the whole day, and at the end of the day it's like 60%, which is just cool, because this Apple Watch, which I had before, again, the Apple Watch Series 4, did not last me the whole day, did not last me the whole workout even. It died between my workouts, and it was kind of bad. I kind of did not enjoy it at that time, because, I mean, who wants to enjoy an Apple Watch when it's dead, right? So in terms of battery life, this Apple Watch Ultra has been very, very good. I'm in love with it, and I do not have any complaints about the battery. Every single thing that Apple said in their keynote is true and more. So thank you, Apple, for making a good battery life Apple Watch. Now the objective is 1 week. Go do it. Then let's talk about the action button. The action button has been an addition that I do not fight to be the best one. Like, for example, it's cool. You can add customizations, you can add shortcuts. So you enter your house, you want to turn on your lights, you click the action mode. You want to start the workout and you don't have time to go in your screen and start the workout, you just click the action button. You want to track segments during your workout, you just click your action button. It's cool for that. But sometimes you can trigger it accidentally, and that is kind of annoying, because then you will go into workout mode on your phone, which in my case disables calls, disables messages, and puts me on a very, very tight focus mode. This is not that good. You can trigger it out accidentally and you won't notice for 20 minutes. Then other thing that is kind of annoying is when you have the flashlight and you just click accidentally on the action button with your wrist or with your hand, and suddenly your watch is like 5 or 10% less battery, and you are like, why, what happened? And you look at it and it's very warm, and you have the lantern on for the last half an hour. It happened to me, so yeah, that's why I'm telling you that. But other than that, the Apple Watch Ultra has been very great with the action button. I love it to use it, for example, when I'm going for walks. I don't want to just, every time I go for a walk, I want to start walk, 3, 2, 1, and click the screen. No, I just want action button, and that's very cool. One thing another that's also very cool is programming shortcuts, like I was telling you, because now you can like enter your home, just click it and goes into home mode and turns on all of the lights and maybe your smart TV and your smart stuff. Or even when you want to record a video, it's record the video time and you just click there, the shortcut opens and everything turns into the record video mode. You can set up smart lights and you can set up lights. That's cool. And in my opinion, that's one of my favorite features about the action button, which is actually very useful, but can be triggered sometimes. You gotta weigh out your pros and cons. Then the speakers. The speakers on this watch has been like one of the best surprises because they are very, very good. Very, very good. Like I demonstrated on my review, I can do it again. Let me just try to hold the action button again sometime and show you the siren. Yeah, that bothers me. But it's cool, it works, it's very loud, you can hear it through 100 meters, 200 meters. It's a very cool emergency features for some cases that I wish I do not fall upon. Other than that, doing video calls, they work amazingly well. Siri works also amazingly well. You cannot hear music through them, but I think they are good enough for you to hear very good your calls. And the microphone is also cool. You cannot distinguish the difference between this microphone and the iPhone microphones for normal people during calls. So that's a win-win situation in terms of speakers and microphone. Then the best part of this watch is the display. The display on this Apple Watch is a flat 49mm sapphire display. So I do love this Apple Watch display. It's very, very bright. And the brightness, it's like 2000 nit bright. Outside, I can see everything when I'm biking around, when I'm doing my workouts and it's very bright outside. I want to see my information, but I also can on this Apple Watch, which was very normal to happen. Then I look at and I can see all my information. Being very bright is very useful also when you have your lantern on. For example, I can turn it on right now and show you how bright it is. Like right now I have a ring light before me and this still, you can see it very well. So 2000 nits of brightness, it's very useful. Then, of course, you have the always on display. I did not have the always on display on my Apple Watch Series 4, and now I do have it on my Apple Watch Ultra, and I cannot live without it. Finally, it makes a smartwatch look like more of a watch, because objective of a watch is for you to see the watch face when you are running around, because that's stylish. I do not like the black face, because it just looks like a computer on your wrist. Now, the Apple Watch Ultra has the always on display and I cannot live without it, and in my opinion makes the watch experience much better because you can glance on your time, your complications, the weather, and in my opinion works very well. At every time, even when you are working out, it still has that always on display being dimmed down. So I think that at the end of the day, this is the best option for you if you do really like Apple Watches, if you do really like good Apple Watches display, and maybe the display on the older Apple Watches wasn't for you. This big flat display, which is also cool because I do like this flat display. Some people do enjoy the 3D like effect experience with the Apple Watch Series 4 and the Apple Watch normal design, the sport design. I don't enjoy it. I prefer the flat screen, but that's my preference. That's my opinion. You can either enjoy it, you can either not enjoy it. But in my opinion, this rugged off design, this flat display, it's the best design on an Apple Watch. And that's why I love the Apple Watch Ultra. That's why in the last month, I can recommend you the Apple Watch Ultra 100%. It has been one of the best buys in 2022. And in my opinion, it has been one of my favorite buys ever. Other than my MacBook Pro with the M1 Max 16-inch, other than the iPhone 13 Pro Max, this Apple Watch Ultra is up there. Yes, it was worth it, the $800 that I paid for it. Yes, in my opinion, you should save your money and buy the Apple Watch Ultra. Wait even one more year and buy it refurbished. In my opinion, this has been the best Apple Watch ever. And for some people that really like rugged Apple Watches, rugged watches for sports, they really like to do extreme sports, they like to take their Apple Watch on a weekend without charging it, the Apple Watch Ultra is for you guys. So if you do enjoy your Apple Watch Ultra, if you have one, let me know in the comments down below. And while you're there, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This has been Tech Smart talking to you here. Bye.